Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Living with Spice. I'm Rebecca Gabriel. It's really lovely to have you join me. If you're new to the channel, a very warm welcome. And if you are returning, it's great to see you. We're going to be doing a love reading for Cancer. Now, I've been guided by Spirit to start incorporating love readings into what I'm doing, in addition to the monthly and the weekly reads for each zodiac sign. The love readings are going to be a little bit different in that Spirit is wanting us to really learn more about what it is to live from the soul and to understand what soul loving is, and to be able to learn how to incorporate or connect with the divine and the divine love. So there's a lot of things that are going to become apparent in the readings as a way to help us in our love relationships, in our love with ourselves. So I encourage you to connect in with these readings on a regular basis. You know, our happiness and our sense of fulfillment and abundance in life really does stem from a place of love. And so we're on a learning journey. So today's reading is going to be for Cancer. If you want to learn a little bit more in addition to the readings, I have published a book called The Power of Soul Loving, which you can see behind me. So I've included those details in the description box, along with information about the cards that I use in the readings, in case you're interested. If you're enjoying these readings, please let me know. I'd love you to give me a thumbs up or perhaps leave a comment, and definitely share it with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that. That would be awesome. All right, folks, let's get into it. This will be a love reading for June for Cancer. So Cancer, I have meditated and prayed over the cards, and I'm asking Spirit to give us an indication of the love energy surrounding you in the month of June. What's coming up for you in the month of June around love, where you are in your soul path, and how this is affecting the relationships in your life. Okay, so Cancer. The first card is sort of dictating or letting us know the theme, the predominant theme in the month of June for you, and that is about loving yourself. This is the most important lesson and focus for you at the moment. And as you learn to love yourself, your energy lifts and you pay more attention to your health, your well-being, what makes you feel fulfilled. So instead of externalizing your desire to feel love, Spirit is saying, bring your focus back to how you can fulfill your needs. And it can be in the simplest of ways. As you do this, your self-respect makes you even more romantically attractive. So if you are having thoughts and feelings around wanting to attract a relationship in your life, or whether you are currently in a relationship that you are desiring to sort of improve or go deeper, then the best place to start is by loving yourself. In that way, our energy becomes an attractive energy, as in attracting, rather than a repelling energy. It would seem that for those of you Cancerians, if you are in a relationship at the moment, you have a tendency to externalize your desire to have your needs met, which means that it's easy to fall into a codependency situation, where you are focused externally on others meeting your needs, and perhaps you're having expectations around how they should respond to you. And maybe that's come from having preconceived ideas over a period of time, And these preconceived ideas can come from our upbringing, but they have a tendency to make us quite rigid and to externalize our needs. So we're not actually learning to create peace and fulfillment within ourselves because we are relying on other people or other situations to fulfill us. And that might be stemming from a need to feel love and a need to feel approved of, because you've got this energy where you are feeling in lack. And when we're in that energy, it's very easy to become addicted to wanting something and to desiring to have a void filled in your life. And we all do that in different ways. But this is a stretch for you, a challenge for you at the moment. The Spirit is saying this is something that you need to examine in yourself and reflect on. And look at perhaps where you may be holding expectations and where you may be dependent. And it could be from your thinking, it could be from behaviours that you're used to doing and having. So that's something to think about. Now, if you are in the beginnings of a relationship, it seems like June is the month where you have an opportunity to get to know your special person a little bit more deeply. And it may be, whether you've been with the person for a short time or a long time, it may be that you are being challenged to go deeper, and that's asking of you to be a little bit more vulnerable and a little bit more open about how you feel. And if it means that you need to talk about expectations, then perhaps now is a really good time for you to do that, so that you can both understand each other's perspective, talk through what are healthy ways to be with each other and to relate to each other. Now, the codependency issue could also be with a family member. You know, like if we have a codependent relationship with a mum or dad or another family member, or even a friend, where we are always expecting or relying on someone, and that we're not standing up in our own self-empowerment. Something to think about there. In any case, the learning and the opportunity is to allow yourself to be in a place of curiosity, to explore more deeply, without judgment, in order to understand, in order to learn. And it's not an energy where you are wanting to insist your own point of view. It is truly, when we're being offered the opportunity to get to know another person, it really is learning to listen and being very curious without passing judgment. It would seem that you're going through a clearing process at the moment, because we have the Release Your Ex card, which means I'm feeling like there's work to be done. There's work to be done here. There's a number of things that are coming up that's indicating there's work to be done. So perhaps this energy, this codependent energy around expectations, just needs to be released. Now, for some of you, it may be a person in your life you need to let go of, because it's just not a healthy relationship and not serving your best interests. Or it could be that you need to release the energy around expecting something from someone else. We all have our soul journey and our soul path, and the timing around our own learning and our readiness to engage in a relationship is going to be different, and it doesn't always coincide at the same time. And if you're noticing that there's not a connection, there's a disconnection or a lack of harmony between the two of you, it may mean that you just need to let it go for a while and allow the other person to pace themselves in their own journey, so that you can pace yourself in your journey, and that it's not doing harm to you. We can never force a situation or force a relationship just because we want it to happen. So I feel that there's a lot of built up toxic energy in you, and a lot of anxiety and pain that's been caused as a result because of these expectations. So the codependency really is expectations of another person. And it's time to let that go. It's time for you to be really in your own energy, in your own space, and really taking care of your needs. This is a muscle, so to speak, that needs to be developed. You need to develop this resilience so that indeed you become more attractive. So the message, Cancer, for you at this point in time is really truly learning to love yourself and to let go of the need of someone else to fill that for you, to fill that gap for you. And as you do this, as you practice this every day, a little bit here and there, your energy is going to lift and you're going to release a lot of that heaviness and pain that you're causing yourself in your heart. And then in time, as you are healing and you're developing that ability to take care of your own needs, you're going to be in a more receptive space to get to know your partner. It's also a process about you getting to know you as well. And to be honest, that's step number one, before we can expect to have a fulfilling relationship with someone. We've got to get to know ourselves first. So I'm feeling like there's work to be done here, and this is loving guidance from Spirit, because obviously we want the best for you. We want you to be in a place where you're feeling happy because you've done that inner work and you're in a space of being able to truly meet your own needs first. I'm going to pull some cards from the Tarot Oracle card deck from Lucy Cavendish. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance for Cancer in the month of June. What can you advise us in terms of loving relationships for Cancer in this month? Did I just see something flip there? No? Okay. So Cancer, this is a learning space where we come to know how to really live our life through soul loving. So Cancer, we have celebration, 3 of Cups. Follow your dreams and recharge. So I feel like you've taken the message on board, Cancer, and that you are recognizing the importance of looking after yourself and celebrating who you are and accepting who you are. There's a beautiful energy here with the celebration card of the 3 of Cups. So you're getting yourself spruced up, you're doing things that make you feel good, and you're enjoying life. So go you. You start to increase your energy during the month of June, and you recognize that life is to be enjoyed and to be lived and to be light-hearted, and enjoy connecting with yourself and enjoying the exploration of finding new things to do that bring out the love in you. And as a result, you're increasing your energetic vibration. We have Follow Your Dreams card, which is similar to Ace of Wands. And you start to feel quite fired up and enthusiastic and inspired in your life, which is beautiful energy. It helps you to take proactive action in your life, and that sort of raises your energy. And that's a great way to experience loving energy that makes you more attractive, basically, and certainly makes you a lot happier. But you're now focusing this energy in a very positive and direct way so that you can achieve more and feel good about yourself. And when we're in that energy, of course, we're way more aware of ourselves and aware of our health and our well-being. we have clarity of mind, our energy is lifted. We're recognizing what it is that we need mentally, emotionally, physically and spiritually. So that's good. And we have the Four of Wands card here as well, which is recognizing that you really want to invest in you right now. You really want to recharge your energy and become more inspired. So perhaps you had started out with a dip in your energy and you've realized that this is not fun. It's not fun, and it does leave you powerless, because we can develop a victim energy when we're externalizing our desire to feel fulfilled. But I feel like you get the message and you go, right, I'm done with that energy. And because this is really about getting on board and really getting out there and going, you know what, I'm going to book a haircut, I'm going to have a massage, I'm going to review this in my life, and I'm going to redo that. And, basically things that fill up your cup. And, the Recharge Your Hopes card is just really taking a nice, honest look as to what you can do to get yourself inspired and back on track. And it may mean that, you're looking at all areas of your life in terms of your health, your fitness, your career, your finances. And so you then move into an energy of becoming a little bit more methodical and, deciding to look at, okay, I've got some goals here. What is it that I want to achieve? So that's great. Let's see what the Gaia Oracle card deck has to share with us, Cancer. It's great to see that you're starting to get your mojo back. And that's a beautifully creative and loving energy for sure. And it's this kind of energy that has a tendency to attract other people. They're drawn to your energy. So who knows, you may actually hit the sweet spot and sort of place yourself in a situation where you end up with some interesting conversations with people. Just saying. It may be that as you increase your energy, you actually do meet some people, and there's an opportunity to be in discussion to get to know others, which, very much says that you have improved your energy. It's like wearing a little beacon, and people see the beacon. People always feel and notice a person's energy before anything else, before the clothes, before the conversation. They sense the energy. Cancer. We have the Moonlight Goddess card. So I still feel that you're working through some things during the month of June in terms of healing from past experiences and wounds and emotions, because you're still very much in a reflective space for part of the month here, which is fine. So when you have an opportunity to reflect and be quiet and to still yourself, it's a lovely time to be able to recognize where you're feeling blocked in terms of your emotions. Maybe pay attention to your dreams as well, because there's healing to be done, and your dreams will indicate where those wounds are. But in order to heal, it's important that you pour your heart out and express how you feel. And you may choose to do that by talking to someone that you trust, or you might like to write it down in your journal. But to articulate how you are truly feeling is actually, it's therapeutic, and it's something that you probably need to consider doing. Spirit is saying it is safe to acknowledge your feelings. It's all right to cry, it's all right to surrender and let it all go. That is all part of the healing process. So I'm kind of sensing that if some of you are in a relationship that hasn't quite worked out in the first part of June here, which is quite likely, given that, you know, we've come with the love yourself first card. Codependency is acknowledging that the relationship is not in a healthy space, and either you or the other person has decided that it's time to let this go. And you know, there's a good reason for that, because it is indicating that there's still healing to be done, and therefore work on yourself before you can expect to have, you know, a really solid, loving relationship that's in a healthy space. So this is a time of healing and transformation for you, Cancer. So do what it takes to be in your own space and your own energy, and to take care of you, and to really understand those places that feel wounded, and to own it, express it, and know that you are in complete control of your own choices and how you feel. There'll be moments that you will understand, you will remember that you are eternally loved and protected, and that's really important, Cancer. That's what brings peace to our heart and makes the healing process so much easier, when we realise we are eternally loved and eternally protected. As you reflect on the past, Cancer, give thanks and let go of old hurts and disappointments. Only the loving memories keep inside your heart. And when your heart is full again with light, you'll realise a new season is beginning for you, and a new journey with new joy and a new passion. And I feel that's the transition that we have here, because these two energies in the reading here are quite different. Like, this is the before and the after, which is good to know, because there's hope. You know, you can see a progress happening here. But you are going through some challenge and some stretching here, and a little bit of pain. But it's part of the process of you growing. So I'm going to pull a card from the Archangel Michael deck. Archangel Michael, what guidance do you have for Cancer, please, for the month of June? Well, that's lovely. Whatever has been playing on your mind and in your heart, Archangel Michael is saying the situation is already resolved. Give your worries and cares and concerns to Archangel Michael, or to that higher power that you resonate with, and ask for true peace. And know that everything is working out exactly as it needs to in your life, Cancer. There's a reason, and our higher power lets us know that there's growing and healing to be done, and that you can trust in divine love to assist you with that healing and that growing. And that's why we can say this situation is already resolved. Don't worry about the past. Don't be anxious about the future. Just stay with the present moment, Cancer, and allow that healing into your body and into your energy. And if needs be, do things to help physically release the energy and the toxicity. Have a massage, have a spa, have a Reiki session to unblock the energy in your body. Do what you can to be in the present moment and really allow your body to heal and your emotions to be released. I'm going to ask the Angel Messages deck from Chris Kyle for some more guidance for you, Cancer. Now let's just know that you do manage to work through this energy, and you end up really in a very positive space. So it's a process here that you're going through, And well done you, because you know you end up in a space of really stepping up and being able to heal and manage the situation, because you're allowing yourself to process it. You know, if we ignore our healing, then we don't complete the journey. We don't get to go to the next level of understanding love in our life. Okay, so we've got a bump up in your energy again, which is great. So we're moving from this healing space to really feeling quite energetic. We've got live your joy. So Cancer, it's quite admirable, you know, the switch that's happening here. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. So look at the beautiful energy in both these cards. So don't worry if today, as you're watching this read, you're going, oh, that's just not me. It's coming. It's coming, Cancer, because you're prepared to put in the effort, because you know that you are worth putting in the effort. So that's good to know. You make it happen. All right, so the Magdalene Oracle deck. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. What else does Cancer need to know? Okay. Well, this is interesting. So we've got the Purgatory card, and let me explain. The emotional ups and downs you're experiencing are a part of the healing process, through which all things that no longer serve you is being transformed and released. Well, that's very clear by what's going on here, Cancer, which is fabulous. Though it may not seem like it, this is a positive time for you. To help facilitate the healing process, make a list of anything you feel no longer serves a useful purpose in your life. Include in this list all the negative thoughts and fears. Once you have made your list, practice the following meditation. Imagine yourself and everything on your list being showered by golden light. Now imagine a beautiful violet flame emerging from within the golden light. Imagine the violet flame transforming all negativity into golden light. Continue to focus on the healing power of the violet flame. Feel it transform you, clear and heal you. That's a really lovely meditation. Please rewatch the video so you can really remember the guidance that's being shared with you today. Now, you are going through a transformation and emotional healing here. Transformation sometimes means that we need to let go of something. I mean, almost always it does. So trust in this process, Cancer. All you surrender, all you choose to surrender, will automatically be healed or replaced with something more suitable, okay? So even if you are feeling topsy-turvy now, allow yourself to go through this process and do what it takes to help yourself. And you know, sometimes when we're in a state of confusion, just even asking yourself the question, because we often say, I don't know how to do this, and I don't know this, and I don't know that. And that's being in a place of disempowerment. So what you can do is to write down, well, what I do know is this. And you can say, what I do know about myself, what I do know about my dreams, my goals, my values, what I know to be true. So that will help you to gain clarity and to help begin that healing process. And I do believe that it also will help you to remember and hear you saying to yourself that you value, love and respect who you are. And that was the very first card that came out, is about having self-respect, loving and accepting all parts of you, Cancer. And that truly is the primary focus for all of this process that you're going through. All right, we're going to have a message from the Namaste Blessings card. Thank you, Spirit. And we'll finish off the reading shortly. Thank you for joining me, Cancer. This isn't a space of learning and growing. It's not about quick fixes and overnight wonders in love relationships. It really is how we are strengthening ourselves so that we can live with love for the long term, not the short term. We've got 2 cards stuck here, so let's just see what's come out. A sea of blessings. That's the picture, and I'll read it to you. The universe is a projection from within you, and you are a projection of the universe. You are vast space, and yet you are spaceless. You're a divine ocean of love, a sea of blessings. You are the wind of change that flows through life. Whatever you perceive yourself to be, Cancer, that is who you are, and the universe will reflect that back to you. In truth, you are infinite. In truth, you are the divine. And there is everything to know that you are completely loved and lovable. However, if you don't perceive this, and what you perceive are the flaws and the faults and the limitations, then your universe, your world is going to mirror that back to you, reflect that back to you. So as you learn to love and grow and accept yourself, your experience in this world is going to give you that back in return. So the more love and compassion and self-care you give yourself, your experience in this world will be matching that energy. This is nice. This card here is called A Blessing Woven in Time. The present circumstances are guiding you to a sacred space inside you, from where you will see things more clearly. Look through the eye of the soul and you will find the answer. This card is a blessing woven in time. The time will soon come. That is such a perfect way to finish this reading, Cancer, because I really feel that at the beginning of this journey, your focus has been external to fulfill your needs, and the divine is working with you to help you to go within to fulfill your needs and to truly love yourself first. And as you go within to recognize the divine in you, you are going to begin to see things more clearly and live from a place of soul love. What a beautiful reading. So I do encourage you, Cancer, to come back and watch this reading again so that you can incorporate that during the month. And it may actually be an opportune time for you to consider reading this book as well, because it really is exactly about your reading and about how you can understand that journey, going through the process of truly loving yourself. And it looks at all aspects of your mental, emotional, physical and spiritual well-being, and helps to guide you through that learning journey. And in the book it gives you exercises and meditations to pace you, and it's not a heavy read. It's something you can pick up and be drawn to a particular part of the book or your journey, and that can be enough for you in that moment. Anyway, something to consider. I'm going to leave it at that, Cancer. Thank you for joining me, and I do wish you a beautiful month. Bye for now.